Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's a special Friday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well.
Stephen Hauschka
now about set to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
We've had dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL in the past, and we've had some really good ones. But I don't know if we've had one quite like Lamar Jackson. Led the league in touchdown pass with 36 last season. Set the all-time record for rushing yards in a single season for a quarterback at over 1,200 yards. And he led his Baltimore Ravens to a 14-2 regular season mark. Best in the NFL. The sky is the limit for Lamar Jackson.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Jackson to Boykin, first down, Baltimore.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, and his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Miles Boykin, incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I think the development of Josh Allen as a starting quarterback in Buffalo has been rapid. We knew he had a big arm coming out of college. People question his accuracy, his decision-making a little bit, but I think that continues to improve as well. And the biggest surprise, how well he's used his legs to give them an extra dimension in the running game. And give him credit, his completion percentage last season was up 6 points from the year before. He continues to improve.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The 22-yard line.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Not much there, only a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, man open left side is Brown. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 25-yard line. This is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions, and the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
It almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly, and now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
And again, it's Ingram. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The previous play is under review.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
Is good.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust. Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The MVP, Lamar Jackson, heading out again with his Ravens. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 30. That one good for 37 yards. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6.
Jackson from the shotgun.
And 4.
That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Footing likely going to be an issue all night to drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about, until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Yeldon, the Bills ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
5 yards.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. An option run with Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Ingram going to get it on the option. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Ingram.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
To Mark Ingram.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
On the option, it goes to Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bills nothing.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A first throw for the backup Griffin. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And now the third-year man out of Rutgers, it's Gus Edwards. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Pick it up. Check 26, check 26.
They run with Edwards. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run with a rookie second-rounder. It's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens will add on to their lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Good point.
And it is now 21-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Robert Foster and the rest of the offense about set to go here. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. And incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the Bills' 1st down.
Operating from the gun. Barkley, and he fires one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Barkley. And this one complete to Andre Roberts. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Andre Roberts, 63 yards. And the Bills get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
At the 47.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the option, here's Griffin. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
He was brought down by Josh Norman. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. The Ravens on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
1st and 10 at their own 27.
And our attention turns now to T.J. Yeldon. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The veteran Mario Addison in there to drop him for a loss.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. long. It's Griffin. And that is incomplete.
Griffin's pass. Incomplete. Intended for Chris Moore.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. T.J. Yeldon working his way back out onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Got an open man. It's Foster. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down, Buffalo.
And he's got some space here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Down right around the 25.
Tyron Jones.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Barkley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Barkley. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Barkley. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
1st and 10. At their own.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
2nd and inches.
Now a handoff, Edwards. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. This time, Griffin will throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Ravens on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, down at the 31. Now it's Edwards. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The ball carrier.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Following the fumble recovery, Barkley. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
Barkley.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Off play action. Barkley. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
To throw again. Barkley. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Operating from the gun. Barkley. Open man. Here's Foster. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Coverage there by
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Bills 10.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw again on second down. Griffin, he's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before half. 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
Bills 10.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left in the half.
At their own 25-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Second half begins with a run by Yeldon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
T.J. Yeldon.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
The one who brought him down. A 3-yard pickup.
Operating from the gun. Barkley connects it to Roberts, right side.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Now Barkley.
At the Ravens' 49-yard line.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Barkley. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
First down, Bill.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun, Barkley. And this one's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again, Barkley. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Tyus Bowser in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Barkley. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Griffin going to keep it himself. He's got a 1st. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Barkley. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle.
Barkley's pass.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Barkley drops it to Jones in the flat. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, Barkley looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Barkley. And this is incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, Barkley. And that will be incomplete.
Barkley's pass intended for
the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd.
From the shotgun, Griffin. Goes down. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
At their own 30.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Again, it's Yeldon. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
At the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Barkley. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Ravens offense back out there. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
On the option, here's Griffin. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
From the gun, it's Griffin. To Boyle here over the middle. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Bills' 40.
They run once more with Edwards. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Griffin. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Griffin. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a run with Edwards. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Out of the gun, Griffin. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Moore there to make the grab, and the Ravens will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot. Throwing on first down, Barkley. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Barkley's pass.
The veteran Andre Roberts is the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down.
From the gun, Barkley. And the throw there going to be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Dobbins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
J.K. Dobbins.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Ravens first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind...
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Griffin going to keep it himself. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
Ravens 34, Bills 10.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Barkley. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
McKenzie. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd
from the gun. Barkley, and that'll be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Intended for Robert Foster.
Operating from the gun, Barkley. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Tyus Bowser, his 2nd sack of the night. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Well, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Tucker's kick is good.
The kick is,
and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27.
Ravens 37, Bills 10.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that under.
Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
11 yards there, 1st down. From the gun, Barkley.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Barkley's pass. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
3rd down. And
operating from the gun, Barkley. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Barkley. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw on 3rd down, Barkley. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He finds Roberts, complete. And down inside the 15, shot there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st down, Bills.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Barkley. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Jerry Hughes on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.